Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I am sharing something very close to my heart. This is a watercolor portrait I recently finished of a smiling baby, and I wanted to walk you through the journey of creating it. What drew me to this subject was not just the smile, but the light in the eyes. In watercolor, you only get one shot at keeping those white highlights, and I really wanted to capture that spark of pure happiness. To me, this painting represents innocence and the simple joy we sometimes forgot to notice in our busy lives. Working with watercolor is always a dance between control and chaos. I used a mix of wet on wet techniques for the soft skin tones and layered glazes to get the depth in the shadows around the mouth and eyes. It took a lot of patience to let the layers dry so the colors stayed vibrant rather than muddy. I would like to know what you think of this piece. Does it remind you of anyone? If you want to see the full time lapse or a tutorial on how I mix these skin tones, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of my art journey. They say the eyes are windows to the soul, and in a baby's eyes, you see a whole world of curiosity. I spent the most time on the gaze because I wanted the viewer to feel like the painting was looking back at them with love. There is a specific kind of glow in watercolor that you can't get with any other medium. I wanted the skin to look translucent and soft, like real sunlight hitting the face. I choose a vibrant purple for the clothing because it contrasts so beautifully with the warm skin tones, making the baby's expression pop right off the paper. I will be honest, the mouth was the hardest part. Capturing a wide smile without making the teeth look drawn on is a real challenge. The secret was using very soft, grey-pink shadows instead of harsh black lines. If you look closely at the background, you will see where I let the colors bleed into each other. I had to resist the urge to overwork it. Sometimes in watercolor, less is more is the hardest lesson to learn. I actually messed up the first layer of the forehead, but that's the beauty of this medium. You learn to work with the water, not against it. To get those rosy cheeks, I dropped a bit of diluted rose madder into the skin wash while it was still 50% wet. This creates that natural, flushed look without any hard edges. For the hair, I didn't paint every single strand. I paint the shape of the hair first and then use a thirsty brush to lift some highlights out to give it volume. Notice the transition from the warm yellows at the top to the cool teals at the bottom. This color temperature shifts helps guide your eyes straight to the center of the face. There's a specific moment during a portrait where the person on the paper starts to look back at you, and that's when I knew I could breathe again. I stepped back from the painting board and realized I was smiling back at the painting. That's when I knew it was done. Every brush stroke felt like I was capturing a little piece of joy. After spending hours on those tiny details, I feel like I truly know this expression now. Art is my way of slowing down. Finishing this piece reminded me why I started painting in the first place, to turn a blank sheet of paper into a memory that feels alive. There's a bit of my own heart in this paper. It's not just paint and water, it's the patience and the love I put into every layer. feel exhausted, but in the best way possible. It's that good tired you get when you have poured all your creative energy into something you are proud of. Looking at the finished piece, now I don't just see a drawing. I see the hours of focus and the moments where I almost gave up but didn't. The best part of finishing a piece like this is the feeling that I have grown as an artist. Every challenge in this painting taught me something new about myself. Mixing skin tones is all about balance. I started with a base of yellow ochre for warmth, added a touch of permanent rose for that healthy glow, and just a tiny drop of cerulean blue to keep it from looking too orange. The secret to a baby's complexion is transparency. I made sure to use a lot of water in my mixes so the white of the paper could shine through the paint, giving it that soft lead from within look. I didn't use any flash tint from a tube. I prefer mixing my own from primary colors because it gives the portrait more life and variety in the shadows. For the deep shadows in the mouth and around the eyes, I avoided using black paint. Instead, I mixed ultramarine blue with burnt sienna. It creates a rich, dark chromatic black that feels much more natural and vibrant. If you look at the shadows on the neck, you will see hints of purple and cool blue. These cool tones help the warm face move forward, creating a 3D effect on a flat piece of paper. I use the glazing technique here, letting one color dry completely before layering a different thin wash on top. That's how I got the beautiful glow on the cheeks without the colors getting muddy. To make the purple of the shirt, I mix a high pigment magenta with a touch of cobalt blue. I wanted it to be bold so it would frame the delicate colors of the face. In the background, I let the colors mix themselves right on the paper. I dropped sage green and lemon yellow into a wet wash and let the water do the work. It creates those soft, unpredictable textures that only watercolor can achieve. My biggest tip for mixing: always test your color on a scrap piece of paper first. Watercolor always looks darker when it's wet and fades as it dries, so you have to mix your colors just a little bit stronger than you think you need. Watch how adding just a tiny bit of blue to this orange mix completely changes the temperature. It goes from sunburn to a natural shadows in just one stroke. The biggest challenge with watercolor is not the brush, it's the clock. I had to wait for every single layer to dry completely before touching it again. Otherwise, those crisp edges around the eyes would have turned into a blurry mess. There were moments I wanted to rush and finish the hair, but I knew if I didn't give the skin tones time to settle, I would lose that beautiful glow. This painting taught me that sometimes putting the brush down is just as important as picking it up. I spent a lot of time just watching the water dry. It sounds boring, but that's when the magic happens, when the pigment finds their place on the paper. Getting the tiny highlights in the pupils and the soft texture of the lips and tongue required a very steady hand and a lot of deep breaths. One wrong move could have changed the whole expression, so I took my time stroke by stroke. I didn't rush the sketch and I didn't rush the washes. I treated this piece like a conversation. I would add a little color, see how the paper reacted, and then decided my next move. If you look at the blending on the cheeks, that's the result of slowly building up glazes, thin, watery layers of paint. It's a slow process, but it's the only way to get that realistic soft skin texture. Finishing this piece was a journey of patience and passion. It's amazing what a little bit of water and pigment can do. I am leaving this video feeling inspired, and I hope you are too. If you enjoyed watching this baby smile come to life, hit that subscribe button to join our art family. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Bye.